Good morning, everybody. Happy December 11th.
That's right. It's Friday.
It is
Congrats.
so Friday. So Friday for
Did you,
you?
did you give the people their morning meditation?
Yes. They got their
Yeah.
morning meditation. I think everybody is in a good Zen mode right now. And I think they are all ready for some really, really cool tech to add to their last minute holiday wish lists.
All right. Well, I'm probably not going to give them that. I'm going to give them some content marketing information.
I would put
Be a
that
little
on my
bit
wish
tech
list.
too.
That's okay.
Just as
Nice.
good.
It's not Friday if we don't get that from Joe.
This one's kind of a no-brainer, right? It's inclusivity in your content strategies, right? Inclusive content's good for business. Of course it is. Um, this article just kind of goes into depth and a bit of research as to why. Um, I'm obviously not going to read it all. It's pretty long, but I thought there was a pretty cool section here at the bottom of words that you can use, right, to signal connection, openness, balance, and then obviously letting your images speak because they say thousands of these images speak thousands of words or something like that. Yeah, it's obviously front of mind these days, right? Inclusivity, openness, diversity. It's it's important, and it'll pay dividends for your businesses or for our clients. So it's just something to keep in mind when you're writing, designing, etc.
That's awesome. And that's really
Yeah.
good right now, especially with all of us getting, like, launching the whole neighbor good movement. It kind of, that's definitely the type of stuff that we need to focus on right now. So
Oh
great
yeah,
find.
100%. The second share here is my plastic footprint. Those who know me know that I love data, but I can agree that sometimes data by itself is a little, bland or like unempathetic. There's not a whole lot of meaning behind data sometimes. So this New Zealand researcher, web developer, data enthusiast, put a bit of meaning behind it, right? So they his whole household pooled their, I think, monthly plastic consumption, cleaned it, and then put it aside for analysis and some interesting repackaging. So here I'll um, show you what they did. Obviously, it's in grams. It's the cool measurement. Um, they said, here's what was recyclable and here's what we threw out in a landfill. So minus the recyclable bits, here's what's going to a landfill. And then obviously the imagery is a turtle. So they compressed all of their plastic into a mold, a turtle mold. And here's what they found. A 2.7 gram turtle every hour of plastic. Daily, that was 24 plastic turtles. To me, this seems a bit high, um, but
Yeah,
it's
that
still
feels like a lot.
it does, right? And then weekly is 168 plastic turtles. Um, I just I thought the imagery is very eye-opening, right? It's you could show them these numbers, and people are like, okay, it seems like plastic, right? But if you showed it in physical, like a physical data model, if you will, it's more eye-opening to me. So I just thought
That's
I like the art design, I like the idea behind it, and obviously I love the data
yeah, that's
um,
craziness. And
or
it
hate the
is
data.
also the cutest, saddest data analysis that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Absolute unit.
uh,
Did they make these turtles? Are these
yeah,
real?
yeah.
Rob, they
So
remind me of your turtles that you give to us.
I mean,
yeah, the panic turtles,
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
sheer panic. Yeah, they make these. There's a mold that
Oh,
they cram all of their plastic into.
wow.
Yeah, a little scary, right? Next up, web.dev. Excuse me. Web.dev is a domain that I somehow just Siri.
What?
And this was an article. This is an
I'm
article that
sorry.
came
I'm
up
sorry.
of
This week on the
building.
Big Byte, Siri thinks her name is web.dev.
My wife's phone does that all the time. She's like, "Shut up, Siri." Anyways, web.dev, building a stories component. I thought this was a very interesting code lab from web.dev, and I've never really browsed this site much, but there turns out there's a lot of really good stuff on it. Code lab is kind of like a code penny kind of thing, but on the left they're saying, okay, here's what we're going to do, and here's why we're doing it, and here's kind of the stuff that you'll do to this set of files, and it really steps you through building out, the front end and styling it and any interactivity involved. I just thought it's like CodePen that holds your hand in a way. So if you're trying to like learn best practices or why, people do things that they do on the front end, this is a really interesting website to learn. And then they also have this measure component. So web.dev/measure is kind of like a web audit, and I know Google has these things too. So I thought it'd be interesting to try one of our websites, bring Rock back. I haven't done this one yet, but so it'll basically say like, what's the time to load? What's the time to interactivity? What's blocking? Where are the hog resources? So yeah, and it actually does really well.
I was very nervous there for a moment.
Were you?
Yeah, as soon as you said that you hadn't done this one yet, I was like, oh God. And we're live. This could be bad.
I did our site too, Partners Napier. And it was pretty similar, right? Like performance took a hit with all like the beautiful imagery and interactivity and stuff. So the first content paint is a little high, the time to interactive is a little high, but beautiful imagery and large assets aside, we're doing really, really well.
The stuff that matters is all in the green.
That's right. Yeah, performance.
Good work.
Yeah, good work indeed. Who did that? Was that you, Jake?
That was me, but
Nice
Phil
stuff.
designed it, so I'll let him take the credit.
You and
Beautiful.
Phil, A+ job.
David helped too.
David, of course he
That's
did.
right.
Nice job, team. I had nothing to do with it. Time to say goodbye to Google Fonts. This might be a little alarmist, but basically Google Chrome is going the way of Safari in terms of caching. So they're basically saying self-host all your fonts, because Google Fonts, like the main benefit to Google Fonts is it's CDN delivered. It's a cached resource. But now if that cached resource is coming from separate domains, that key and value aren't going to match up, and you're going to have to re-download it from the network. So they're basically saying, far and away, self-hosting your own fonts is going to be the most impactful in terms of like time to load, unstyled flash of text, blah blah blah. And so I looked a little bit into why Chrome is doing that, and it's obviously security and privacy. And this kind of just outlines different use cases of like, okay, Doge.png is going to be downloaded from the network. In this case, it's not going to be, it's going to be served up from the cache in this case. And like iframes aside, it's all domain driven. So if that image is being served up from a separate domain than the one you've already visited, you're going to have to re-download it from the network. So it's kind of messing with the cache system as we know it, which kind of sucks. But yeah,
I don't like
self-host.
this.
I don't either, man. But something we got to deal with.
Indeed.
It's kind of like the whole first party, third party cookie issue, and when it comes to like cross domain tracking and kind of understanding your audience and getting like building a profile on your audience, that's kind of going away too. So
Yeah.
all in the name of privacy and security. It is what it is. It's the world we live in.
Indeed.
Anyways, it's that's all I have today.
Cool. Well, thanks, man. Whole bunch of good
course.
stuff.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Well, who would like to jump in next then?
I could go. Let's see what I've got here. I think my window's going to come up smaller.
Get ready for it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
do.
Look at that.
I keep it small because that way I need to be able to see other things on my screen. I feel like it just keeps it more manageable. There's too many pixels here.
I understand.
I don't want to overwhelm everyone. So this is, obviously you can see this isn't like a viral tweet or anything. This is just someone that I follow, but I thought that the information was still like really interesting and sad and relevant. And so, she's saying, I'm sure everyone saw like all the different, Disney's announcing all these animated series that they're doing. Marvel just had a huge announcement of all of their, plans for the upcoming few years. And she's saying that all of these trailers came out with no professional captioning, which is just really disappointing in 2020 or in any year. We talk a lot about accessibility. We're doing a lot of content these days, and captions matter, even if they don't matter to us specifically. Like, people need these, and they rely on them to consume our content. And so it's something that we should sort of keep in mind going forward, to make sure that we're captioning our work, because it makes things that are really cool and accessible to people, and that's not great. So just something that I wanted to start off with as a reminder. This next thing is a Billie Eilish YouTube collaboration. And there's this kind of cool little background animation. I'm not sure how it's coming through, but it's called Infinite Bad Guy. So she has a song called Bad Guy. And if you click to play, it'll start playing the original music video for Bad Guy. And then you can sort of keep going. And they have pulled on YouTube all of the videos that use the song Bad Guy, and it'll just sort of keep going and keep going. You'll see it's loading other videos here in the background, and it keeps its spot in the video and in the song. And then you can, I have to exit that out. I have to pause it because it's playing in my ears and I can't think. So you can, down at the bottom, you can pick like only harp videos or only rock videos. There was one I haven't found now, but it was like only dog videos using Bad Guy. So I just thought this was like a really cool experience. It was really seamless, the way that things were sort of like loading in and out, and how it's sort of infinite. You can see all the thumbnails in the background. So that was just a really fun, interactive experience.
It's really cool.
That's such a cool idea. Wow.
It tells you how many things that you've watched.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then this last thing, super fun. This is just a Chrome extension I found. It's called Laser Cat.
Oh my God, yes.
Cats
Yes.
and lasers. You're gonna love this extension. So I've already installed it. It's right here, Laser Cat. You see, I've already got 4 points. I was testing it out. So you can go to any website. This seems like a good one. You go up here, click here to activate. There's the cat.
Yep.
And there it goes. And if you install this on your own, there's laser sounds, and it meows every time it shoots something. So yeah, don't need him. FEO, don't care about those.
Get out
so
of
you can
there.
just
Yeah.
you can just shoot things
This
out
is
of
the-
websites.
This is the reason why Andy hasn't been on the Big Byte for a couple of weeks. It's because
The laser cat.
he got laser catted. Sorry, guys.
So it's
That's right.
any front end element.
It's any element. I'm assuming. Oh, nice.
That's.
I'm
just a nice
assuming that
touch.
it's sort of just doing like a, maybe a display none on the element that it
Sure.
detects that you clicked on or something.
What
But
if you do like
yeah.
a containing box, like that entire black box around engagement planning, for example, or branch fit?
it took the content inside of it, but it could be related to how the site is developed as well.
It's true, yeah.
Mark, not anymore.
Awesome. Does it work on like
Just
stuff outside of the page, like the tabs or the? Probably not.
no, you
No.
can see like the little crosshairs are kind of disappearing. So I think it's like an in-browser experience. And this is something, I feel like we could build this in, I want to say, like a day or two if
Yeah.
we really had to. Like, this is just something cool that we could do. So
We
just a
should
little,
we should attach a script to it that automatically lasers like things that we don't like. Basically censorship, web censorship.
sort of like the vote.
Yeah,
Exactly.
censor
Yeah, we
or something.
totally could do that.
it's really cool.
Our new site should have like a Easter egg and just like pops up, just
Sort of
snaps.
a laser function, David. Please. We're already working hard.
Oh,
Did I say
heck
1
yes.
to 2 days? I meant months. No way we could get this out in time. That's it. That's all I've got.
Andy just posted and said this is the newest review tool for SMT. No,
I've
no.
lasered out all of the elements that I don't like.
SMT
so
is
take
not
a-
allowed to have LaserCat access. We can't let them get their paws on this.
That's
get
fine.
my paws.
Surprised you didn't mention Taylor
Yeah.
Swift's new album.
There we go. Problem solved.
Beautiful. Thank you.
That's
All right.
adorably destructive.
That's exactly the word for it.
That was a heck of a lot of fun. So thank you very much for that. All right, who's next? Give me something good. Anything?
I'll go.
Philbert.
Jake, have you listened to Taylor's new album?
All right.
Oh, absolutely. Up to 2
Around
a.m.
midnight?
It's
Have you
like
listened
there.
to Kid Cudi's new album?
I have not.
Well, we can do that later.
Buzzkill Phil.
For now, we're going to take a look at the Year in Search 2020 because everyone wants to relive this. I thought this was kind of fun just because of the way that they did it this year. So Google always does a video, and I watched their video too for this year, and it was nice. But what I liked about the website experience for it was they kind of they put a positive spin on it when the year itself hasn't always felt that way. So if you click "Take Me to the Trends," it kind of puts the trends into these like flashcards almost, and they're all shareable, which is always good. So you can share them on different social media. But it starts out with like what people are learning. They're trying to learn how to code apparently. But then what I liked was at the bottom here, you kind of get to choose what you see next. So do you want to see something thankful, affirming? Let's say thankful. Let's see what that is. So it's about essential workers. Global searches for how to thank hit an all-time high. So it kind of it makes you feel good when you go through a lot of these, and it's kind of like a choose your own adventure type thing. And yeah, I mean,
Nice.
the way that they're able to include like different types of content within these cards is cool. So they've got videos and images, and some are just type only. But yeah, this is a lot of fun to
This
go
is
through,
great.
and I think when you think about ways to get people through different pieces of content, giving them kind of an option that feels like they're kind of in control of what they're seeing could be a good thing depending on the situation. So always keep that in mind.
Very true. And I do like
Choose
the
your own
fact that it's all like positive stuff that they're showing, which is really great.
Yeah.
It's definitely
Yep.
an errand wire type of thing. And we need more of that in our lives.
Yeah, we do.
Yep. And speaking of playing pranks on your parents, I don't know if anyone's seen that prank where you put an empty paper toilet paper roll in between the toilet seat lid, and then you put 2 rolls of toilet paper on top of it to make it look like the toilet is smoking.
What?
Has anyone seen that?
No.
Well, anyway, I did that to my dad, and he freaked out.
What? I'm gonna need a little more
You'll have
information.
to.
Sounds fun.
I'll make sure you understand that. But
Okay.
I thought
Oh
it was more
gosh.
interesting. No. Anyway, I'm just going to share one more quick thing, and that's really just that Snapchat and Twitter have teamed up to allow for tweet integration within Snapchat. So there's not really much to look at here. But the idea is that, Twitter realizes that a lot of their content um, is screenshotted and shared on other social media. So a recent development is that you can now share a tweet in Snapchat so that you don't have to take a screenshot. And then if you're in Snapchat and you see someone shared a tweet, you can interact with the tweet and like it'll take you to Twitter as opposed to it just being a screenshot. So kind of just trying to like um, cross pollinate those two platforms. So
Smart.
something I thought was cool, and yep, definitely smart. And I think they said that they're gonna hopefully try to do that with like Instagram too. So good for you, Twitter.
Very nice.
It's interesting that like so much content on Snapchat is fleeting, right? That's kind of like the purpose of it. So the fact that there's like an actual tie between the two is kind of cool.
And speaking of fleeting, Twitter has fleets now, which is their own version of stories. So everyone's doing that.
Excellent.
So is Spotify's testing it too. LinkedIn. Oh my God. Who's posted on their LinkedIn story?
Very interesting.
Not me.
Oh.
If I close out this, will I lose my video, or are we good?
I don't know. Give it a try.
How's that?
Sure, why not?
We're
Looks
seeing
good. I
something.
can see your screen, and I think that you're still there. You're good.
So the first thing I came across the other day was Google has added the option to limit alcohol or gambling advertisements, and that's only for YouTube right now. And it's something limiting what ads you see is something that they've allowed users to do in the past. But this is actually applying to like a broader category, which is something new. And I think it's a really user-friendly way of, allowing people to, control what they see. So if it's something potentially triggering, they don't have to, be going about their day and have an ad pop up right in their face, potentially, encouraging them to do something that they're actively trying to or struggling with on their daily lives. But I think moving forward, we're probably going to see this as an option for people. Just like the customization and control of the ads and what you see. There's more and more regulation around this, and I think that this is like a step in the right direction, especially for Google, and I'm sure other platforms will follow. Which I think if we're thinking about brands like Constellation, that might have an effect on it in the future.
That's a really good point. It's definitely a good thing, but I can see how this could definitely also affect some of our clients. But it's probably for the best, because I feel like this is something where obviously like they collect so much information on us and we're always so hesitant about like whatever, but this is a really positive step in that if you do happen to have a gambling addiction or something, you don't want to be seeing those ads all the time. So like being able to just say, nope, I don't want that in my life. Like, this is good. This is almost like another area of accessibility in a sense, just for different things that people could experience.
I wonder if it's actually going to be a net positive for brands like Constellation, because they won't be wasting impressions on people who just like you have no chance of selling them alcohol, or maybe you do, but it's not good for them. Like
very good point. Yeah.
You can also, if your kids are on YouTube and you don't want them seeing that stuff, it's a way of getting that exposure too.
Absolutely. I don't want my kid gambling.
all your money.
Right, exactly.
Next up, this is funny because I saw it on Phil's browser, but he didn't share it, so I'll just do it because I thought it was really cool. This is something that Squarespace put together, and it's just a website who Um, they're showcasing different artists and entrepreneurs that made their site on Squarespace, and it's a little over the top, but it's very, very fun. I'll turn it down, but you can go in and explore their story, and I think it's a really interesting example of using user-generated content in a way to show, here's what this person has done for their business, and what could you do with yours, with your idea?
Oh, that's
and
so
maybe
cool.
it's like a little over the top Renaissance theme with the music and everything, but I think it's really fun.
That's
And,
great though. I love the fact that there's all this like
A shame.
amazing artwork too.
Yeah, this guy he sells bread. That's what he started doing over quarantine.
Oh, that's so
And
good.
he got pretty well known for it in France. So, they're good stories too. It's worth checking out.
I love it. And this is just another example of how like engaging content is content that you would want to actually read more. Like I just seeing that photo, I want to know all about this guy. Like that's it. I love this image and I want to
pretty
read
epic.
that now.
It's so good.
I also
Right
I like how
Nigeria.
it's like a nod to their own, like Squarespace's own customers, like giving them a bigger platform just by showcasing their stuff.
Yeah.
But also like benefiting Squarespace is showing like look at what we helped all these people
Oh.
do. So
God, please do Tim Heidecker. I need to see
Like
his
Tim
picture.
Heidecker.
Oh,
You need to
yeah,
go to
I
Tim
know
Hyde. I'm so
Tim
sorry. I
Heidecker.
just really want to see
yeah.
what his looks like.
Yes. Yes.
Perfect. That's perfect.
And then you can go to their site. They do a little Q&A.
Very cool. Very, very
Yeah.
cool. I'm going to be having some fun with this today. Thank you.
Yeah, check it out. This last one, I flipped to it a little early, but I thought it was funny that Pantone picked the color of the year, but it's not 1 year, or not one color, it's two, and we're going with gray and a little bit yellow. I think it's supposed to, reflect the optimism and somberness that came together in 2020.
Aw.
So, nice way to sum it up.
it's like almost partners.
I like it.
Yeah, we just need to bring a little bit more gray to the site. Yeah.
They're good colors. I like those. They go well together.
And it's interesting. They have a few examples of where it's starting to, or where they've seen it today. Something like the Cyberpunk 2077 game that came out has this like really bright yellow
Yeah.
color, and then you can see it in Off-White and Louis Vuitton work that Virgil has designed. So cool.
That's so
I thought
cool.
it was,
I like that they have examples of it out in the wild too. That's nice.
that's all we got.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And thank you everybody for joining in.
Cool beats.
Hope you learned some stuff. Hope you found some cool things. And we hope you guys have a wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend. And we'll be seeing you guys again real soon. So enjoy yourselves. And everybody give your dogs and cats a little extra scratch from all of us.
That's right.
Thank you.
And loved ones. Have a good weekend, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.